In today's video, I'm going to be ranking every single legendary unit in Toilet Tower Defense, from the Leprechaun Careman to the Titan Speaker Man to Cupid Care World to many other legendaries. So hit the like and subscribe button, as this is going to be a pretty long video. Alright, so we done this video once before. We're doing it again. So I'm going to be ranking all of these legendaries on this list. Here we go. First of all, I'm gonna place the Secret Agent in D tier. The worst legendary ever. Truth be told, it's not that bad, just that it's only really... It's just that this unit is just only just a little bit... I don't know what I'm trying to say. All I'm trying to say is that this unit is only like kind of situational. This unit is not a unit you are gonna need a lot of the time. This is only useful for sticky situations, but when you're good at TTD, it's not gonna be really much useful, the Secret Agent, then, as he's only really good for if you're new and need to get out of a sticky situation. So yeah, not to mention that units can do more DPS than him, meaning that in his cooldown of 30 seconds, no, just forget it. All I'm trying to say is that this unit is at the dead last spot. There. Next up is a unit that is Dark Speaker Man, C tier. I don't hate this unit. This unit's actually pretty good. Just that this unit is kind of overshadowed by other units. So yeah, Dark Speaker Man's pretty good if you're new. If you're new and need a good early game unit, well, then he's your pick. But you probably, as a noob, will probably get traded an event unit that nobody uses that's actually good for new players. So yeah, he might not be really needed, but in the past he used to be pretty used. So I think I would place him in C tier. Next up is the Hunter Careman. I think I don't really understand this unit. This unit, I understand it has a lot of range and stuff, but I don't really see much use in it at all. This unit's alright. It does okay. It does 5k DPS at a good range, but it's not really that much OP. He costs a lot to upgrade. He's only really good in the mid game. For the late game, he doesn't actually then become good anymore. So yeah, that's sadly that. Anyways, next up is going to be the Titan Speaker Man. This unit is, I guess, going in the B tier. This unit isn't that bad, just that it's overshadowed by other units. So even some of the summonable units. So yeah, it has alright DPS and damage. Just that as he's only really good in the mid game. He, I guess, is alright though. I think he's alright. I guess he can be in B. Next up is Dancing Speaker Woman. I think I put her below Titan Speaker Man. Here's the thing with her. She's not a bad unit, no. But she's not really good. She's, I guess, pretty cheap to place down, but her cooldown isn't really that good until max level. But even at max level, it's not really the best. She's only really good for in my opinion, the mid game. Not really good for any of the rest of the waves. She's not really that good in my opinion. One thing I'll say about her though, She does have an OP ability, that's rocket launching. At least not rocket launching, but she can deflect rocket launchers using her sound waves, if you understand that, and uses that to basically damage rocket toilets if a rocket toilet tries to attack her. It's basically kind of just like her pulling an Uno reverse card on a toilet trying to hit her with a rocket. So yeah, I guess that's that. Next up is going to be the Ninja Cameraman. I think I'll place him in the B tier. He's not bad, just that he's now kind of overshadowed by other units, in my opinion. So yeah, that's that. But that's alright. Next up though is going to be the Titan TV Man. Titan TV Man's going in A tier. He's not really... Actually, I think he's also going in B tier. Actually, let me move down some of these units. I'm moving down some of these units. There. TV Titan's, I guess, okay of a unit. He's not bad, but not really that much good anymore. But if you're starting off, well, I guess he's going to be alright for you. He does pretty good DPS for an AoE unit, and yeah, but he has a very big cost, which is why he's not really that much higher. But he is pretty good for some strategies if you're starting off, like grinding hard mode. So yeah, that's that, I guess. Anyways, next up is probably going to be... wait a second, what should I rank next? I think... No, this might be unpopular, but I'm ranking Megan Kim-Room a little bit high. I'm gonna rank her here. Now, Megan Kim-Room is actually one of the better early game units in my opinion. Now, Megan Kim-Room does 3k DPS, but reason why she isn't much higher is because she's pretty expensive to max out. So yeah, and there are some units that overshadow her. Now, next up, we're gonna be having the... Which unit should I put next? I think this might be a little bit of a hot take, but I think I'm gonna place the... come back here. Anyways, I think I'm gonna place the large speaker TV man here. The large speaker TV man isn't really that much interesting. It's actually quite interesting. It has 2 AoEs, its speakers and its TVs, and yeah, I guess it's an alright unit, but just that it's overshadowed by other units, as always. Anyways, next up is the I think I'm gonna place the laser gunner cameraman next up. This unit is, I guess, alright. This unit's alright. It does okay DPS. It's cheap to max out. And yeah. And next up is joining him is the large laser caravan. It has a little less DPS than the laser gun caravan, but it makes up for it in the bigger range. But it is a little more expensive to max out. So yeah. Next up we have the next unit is going to be the speaker man. There's so many units in B tier actually. I might have to move some of them down here. Next up is going to be... I think I'm gonna place Bad Speaker Man in B tier. So yeah, this unit's good. It does a good amount of DPS, has a good range, has at least not good range, but it makes up for it in its big damage, and it's very cheap to max out. Almost like as cheap as the Ninja Cannon. But one thing that holds it back a little bit. One thing that holds it back is that it doesn't do like as quick cooldown as some other units. So it's only really good against like stronger toilets, not like the weaker toilet. Like it does do okay. Just that it's best performed in like lower packs of toilets. It's not going to be a crowd cleanup. Now, next up is going to be our first A tier unit, the Dual Blade, which is basically a dual-bladed TV man. Basically, this unit does AoE as well as stabbing his foes to death. So yeah, that's kinda good about him. And he's also pretty cheap. He's kind of expensive to max out, but he makes up for it with his AoE damage for the early game. So at first I didn't really like him, but I think he's an alright unit. Not as comparable to some other units though on the list. Next up is the Jetpack Speaker Man. This is going to be... I stopped my auto while recording this. Are you serious? Are you serious right now? I stubbed my own freaking toe. Ow. Alright, back on the topic of the Jetpack. Sorry, I just stubbed my toe for a second somehow. Now, Jetpack Speaker Man. He's a really good unit actually. Probably one of the good legendaries that can be summoned. He does okay cooldown, better than Jetpack Pyramid. He does the good DPS. So for a legendary unit, at least a good amount of DPS. And yeah, has a high like damage output. So yeah, I think this unit is actually pretty much OP for units. And it's pretty OP if you're starting off. If you're starting off, I'd recommend you get him. Now next up we are having I think, oh wait, I forgot about the elf Cameron. I'm putting him in A tier. No, I mean her, sorry. I'm calling the woman a he. She basically just shoots with her gun. She basically at first swaps toilets, but then soon at her later upgrade, she gets a literal gun and literally just shoots the toilets down. She shoots the toilets down with a gun. She even is pretty much better than the shotgun cameraman, which I might actually include in a tier list soon when I make an updated version of the Mythics tier list. And anyways, she's I guess alright. I'm putting her in A tier for us. Next up we have, oh boy, the old time favorite, Mech Cameraman. This was an old classic for me of a unit. This unit is OP in my opinion. For two for a couple of reasons. One, Mech Cameraman can slow down toilets. Yep, you heard me. I think this is the only legendary in the first unit that could even slow down the toilets. So yeah, that's one good thing to know about him. And one other thing good about him is that he also is very cheap to max out, making him a little more viable for strategies. So if you are a beginner, I would highly, no doubt about it, recommend the Mech Cameraman. Give this guy a go. He's OP when you upgrade him to high levels. Trust me. And now next up we're entering a Pre-Bear units territory. Now we're going to be ranking. This is going to be the final unit of the A tier. Sinister Cameraman. Actually, I'm keeping him here. Sinister Cameraman has two axes that he uses to kill the toilets. He doesn't have the best range, but he has a OP cooldown when you max him out and OP DPS. He has the second highest DPS of a legendary in the game, with a whopping literal 16k DPS. Wow, that's so key. Anyways, now we're entering S tier territory. Starting off with, actually, this is the last A tier unit. Large Buddy Man. Large Buddy Man's actually not that bad of a unit. It's actually really good, even better than the Dual Blade Buddy Man. This guy doesn't have the best range, but it's pretty OP for an early game. And yeah, can carry you maybe even to the late game. So yeah, I think this unit's pretty solid. Anyways, now we're entering the final territory, the best legendaries of the best. Starting off, we have the large turkey speaker man. This unit, I heard, can solo nightmare mode, auto skip. So yeah, any unit that can auto skip nightmare mode is a guaranteed surefire good unit. So yeah, I think this guy gets to be an S tier. Next up is Cupid Camera Woman. Large turkey speaker man. You need to get behind. Cupid Camera Woman does piercing and is actually a really good early game unit. She can even carry you up to the late game. She's good for all three stages of the game, early, mid, and late. And can auto skip nightmare mode. Most of these can auto skip and solo nightmare mode. Next up we have our original #1 unit, Frost DJ Speaker Man. Sadly, this guy isn't as OP as he was before. He cannot even auto skip nightmare mode anymore, but he can make it close. So for this reason, I'm putting him here. And now for the unit you probably already guessed that's gonna be at #1. My boy, the Leprechaun Camel Man. He's Iris, you know, so Iris being Iris gives you an advantage. There we go. Now, Leprechaun Cameraman, do I even need to explain why this guy's OP? He is even better than some of the literal godlies at this point. This unit does piercing, which is OP as it can pierce through every single toilet in sight. It boosts range of other units, which means that it's viable for endless mode, and it can't even get stunned. So yeah, Leprechaun Cameraman is already OP. So yeah, this is why he's so high up. Good job, Leprechaun boy. You earned it. Anyways, thanks so much for watching this. If you enjoyed this video and want me to make more redesigns of tier lists, let me know in the comments below. Bye!